So there you are. Great to see you. Thanks for popping into my weekly Forex forecast for the 8th of April already. Before we go on, just a reminder that all the information is for educational purposes only. Trade at your own risk. So all the information you're about to receive is based upon my 30 years of trading experience. Longer than that, actually. I've forgotten how long. But if you want to become a member, it's free, and I'll give you my daily video analysis every day, Monday to Friday. I will include what's trending right now. I will include the stop losses, and I will include the targets completely free. Coverage of all markets, Forex, oil, gold, indices, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just about to take off, so get ready for that. And I'll give you real-time trading setups for all the above. All the links are below. So I'm delighted to welcome you to the weekly Forex forecast from the Trading Mentors. My name is Chris, if you've not met me before. And if you're a VIP member of mine, welcome. We're going to go through the markets and we're going to find the best trending charts there is. And we use the parabolic trends, which are the strongest trends in the world. And if you don't understand parabolic trends, then I will show you. I'm going to go into the markets a bit deeper this week, which is unusual. I normally just scan the markets and tell you where the trends are, and give you targets, and I'll give you stops. So I'm trying to do my best here, guys. But I'll go into the markets a bit closer this week because we're seeing a few mixed markets, as you probably know from the non-farm payroll numbers that came out on Friday. The DXY is mixed. So let me go through the markets in the next 15 minutes, and then I'll dive deeper into them and give you my favorite trades coming up. And there's quite a few coming up looking ready for Monday morning. So it could be as soon as Monday morning that we're going to start to trade. But of course, markets are quiet Monday, so we might have to wait a few hours, maybe New York session. Who knows? We shall have to wait and see. Now, the first thing to recognize here is that the long-term trend for the DXY is up, but albeit slightly. It's not doing anything at the moment. It's definitely not parabolic. We have mixture of buyers and sellers. So we had our weekly Forex forecast from last weekend where we had a target 105.50. It didn't get that far. It's just staggered along the way. Now, one of the things to note here is that there is a trend line here, which is the baseline. And of course, while that's held, then we should see this price move up to 105.50, which was last week's target. However, we're going to have to wait and see. There's no clear definition as yet. As long as it holds on to there, then it should go up, but not very clear. So in other words, what will happen is the Euro dollar, the pound US dollar will be waiting to see what happens to the DXY. This will lead the way in terms of direction. If this goes stronger, then the Euro dollar goes down. That's the correlation. So DXY mixed. Now the yen futures is very interesting. And I do this every day for VIP members. Click on the links below if you want to become a free member. And here we can see that the yen futures has created a baseline. It's a double bottom. So we do expect a bounce in the yen futures in the next few days. So that being said, if this does bounce and we get confirmation and change of character, then what will happen is the yens will all roll over and start going down. So that's the correlation. That's what we're waiting for. And if that happens, then of course we're going to have a great time trading the yen pairs. But unclear at the moment. Now, if the price decides to continue its downtrend, which it's in, holding on to this base, then we can expect this price to move further down. And we would have a target of 65.80, for instance. But we're not clear about that. It's not clear on the chart. So once it becomes clearer, then I will let members know. Okay, so far? Enjoying it so far? Swiss franc futures is an important one as well because the correlation between these three dictates to us which direction prices are actually going to go. We've seen a weakening of the Swiss franc futures in the last 2 weeks, And that's where we've enjoyed the pound Swiss, the euro Swiss, the New Zealand Swiss, making profits there. However, it's found a base now. So what may happen, similar to the yen futures, this could bounce, but it's certainly in a downward spiral. It looks like holding on to this baseline. So we have to wait and see. Once it breaks this baseline, which it could do, then it's going to head for our weekly Forex target of 109.46. The correlation of that is that if it does break down, then all the Swiss pairs down here will all rise and go parabolic, and that's where we get in, and that's where we make our money. On the other hand, of course, if it does bounce off this, then this would go back up to 11450, where we could see a fall in the Swiss franc. We don't mind either way. We're happy to go short, we're happy to go long. I personally prefer long, but that's just me. Now, in terms of the indices, we've seen this week, just gone, the fact that the US 30, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, the Hang Seng, the Aussie 200, the S&P 500, the DAX. Now, we've made a lot of money there, don't get me wrong, but they're no longer parabolic. If we look at the S&P 500, we can see that this has changed character, and therefore we should not be trading this. We had, I don't know how many pips, lots and lots of pips here, too many to count almost. And the same with the DAX. If you traded the DAX, then happy days. Let me explain what the parabolic trend is and where your stops should be held. We have these tools which tells us that we've got a parabolic trend when all the buys are in and the MACD is confirmed and gone green, and we have support with this dot here. So this is just an SAR parabolic trend, and this is the MACD. So you can just use those two tools if you wish, along with the linear regression channel. And as you get in, and as soon as it breaks structure here, you move your stop with this dot here. And that's it, simple as that, and that's a parabolic trend. Now we can see it's changed character, and therefore we had all of that, so we got in about there. So we had about 1400 points there. UK FTSE 100 is still parabolic. Mentioned this in the VIP room, and we've enjoyed this ride for the last week or two. And there's 237 points there. Hit our target of 7,910. Congratulations if you traded that. It's now holding just above that, which is interesting on its own. It may follow the Dow Jones in that it goes mixed and down, but we have to trade what we see. The next target is 80.43. Your stop currently is 78.46. No other indices are parabolic or in a strong trend. Commodities now, that's a different story, isn't it? If you're enjoying oil, West Texas oil we trade, and we had a break structure here a few days ago, and I mentioned that in the VIP room. And if you held on to this, then you have just made 692 pips. Our target was hit of $85.18. We're now moving up to $88.68 this week. Your stop is 82.16. I'm going to go closer to the market after I've done the full analysis, if that's okay. Make some notes, make notes of the stops, make notes of the targets, make notes of the trends, because this is what I do every day. And I've been doing this every day for 30 years. Now, the highlights here on your right on my watch list, just for those who are new into YouTube, I put green as a parabolic trend, strong trend. I've got amber as a trend that's just about to take off, and I've got red for a strong downtrend. All right, so let me go through each one of these. Get yourself a coffee and freeze the video if you want to. Bitcoin, I've got an amber on this. This is not ready to trade, but what I am interested in, first of all, a target of 76,879. Then I've got a much bigger target of $100,000 up here, and it's going to be hit probably by about June. So we can see that the price is holding on to this structure here, onto this support line now. Whenever it does that, as long as it holds, of course, then of course it's going to break, and we have a wedge formation So even though it's not parabolic in a strong trend yet, it will get that way probably in the next few days. So look out for that. Any break of structure to this side, it's going fast and quick. Commodities done amazingly well, haven't they, guys? If you've been following me or have been following the markets, then we can see that the silver got a lovely buy signal here and a buy signal down here. So if you got in down here, you've done very well, 3,932 pips and on its way. So where are we going now? Oh yeah, $28.73 is going to. Your stop is $24.81. Congratulations on gold. Well, what can I say about gold? Takes your breath away sometimes. So here we go. The parabolic trend to there was worth 1,085 pips, and the breaker structure here was worth 1,274 pips. So thank you very much. This is going to 2,422. Your trailing stop is to 2,200 basically. This will be moving with the market, so you've got plenty of room to go. Okay, so onto the amber. These are not ready to trade, but getting ready. So this is the euro dollar. We've seen it weakening in the last week or so during non-farm payroll week, and NFP come out on Friday and there's no real impact. So it's may take a few days for it to sort itself out. However, it is currently in this channel here, which is weak. So we can expect this to probably go sideways, but any break to the upside on this trend line, then you could see it move back up to 109.83. In the event it continues down and the DXY goes strong, US dollar goes strong, then we could see it head for 105.48. So whilst there's no parabolic trend, this is something we need to keep an eye on because you don't want to miss the entry. And I'll let you know when the entry becomes confirmed. If you remember. If you're not, I can't help you. Pound USD, I've been mentioning this for the last week or so, as you know, members. And thanks for your patience, by the way. Much appreciated. So here we can see that the price has formed a nice baseline here. It doesn't like it here at the moment. So we could easily see a breakout of this trend line here, back up to 128.27. So what do? We don't do anything at the moment. A nice doji there, by the way, which is interesting. So we can expect a breakout in the next few days, possibly. However, we need to see clear sense of direction from the DXY. In order for this to grow and become a buy, the DXY needs to weaken ideally. US yen. Oh, congratulations, guys, on the buy signal. Once you get a buy signal, just buy it. I know it seems simple, but it is. Sell it, buy it, buy it, sell it. And your stop is down here at 150.67. Your target is 152. That's been hit. Congratulations, guys, for a lovely move. If you traded it from the buy signal up to 152, 397 pips, thank you very much. Now, it's ambiguous because all the buys are in. Well, pretty much all the buys are in. It's not confirmed yet, but the fact that it's hit this top line here, which is a previous high from a few months ago, probably last year, it needs to sort itself out. So if we see a crash of the yen futures, this will drive this higher to 156.68. That's my next target. However, we just need to see this price and see whether it's actually going to hold and move above this line at 152. So even though it is parabolic, just about, it's holding on, but it's not tradable at the moment because it's holding on to that top line. Good so far? Happy so far? I hope so. Now, Coffee's getting cold. So let's have a look at the Aussie USD. Now this is very interesting. I like this one. This is one of my favorites. And I will give you my favorite trades. And I'll give you an idea of how you can actually generate income during these times of parabolic trends. I know a lot of you don't have massive accounts. So sometimes it's good to have a little income just to boost your account. Maybe you just want to earn $500 a day or $1,000 a day or whatever it is. We can do that. We can do that. And I'll show you that. So you can see straight away from the Advanced Pro charts. These are Advanced Pro charts, by the way, specially designed to automatically draw these lines, automatically give you the buy signals, and automatically to tell you where the buyers are coming in. Now, I like this. We have a change of character on the lower time frame, which indicates buyers. All the buyers are in. So this is what we're looking for a big move. Now, my target's only 66, 68, but it could go much, much higher than that, up to 68.55. However, there is a trend line here, as you can see, a resistance area, which it's sitting on right now. So the live position on Monday will be vital to see which direction this is going to go now. So Monday morning, it's unusual. We could see Monday morning as a great time to trade the Aussie USD dollar if it continues this buy signal on this massive, massive support line here. You see that, the blue line? That indicates that as long as that is held. But what is also interesting, it's a very tight wedge formation. Okay, when you see a very tight wedge formation, there's usually quite a sharp break. So again, DXY will dictate the direction. In order for this to go up, we do need DXY to fall in an ideal world. So we're still on the amber colors, the ones that are getting ready. Could be Monday. New Zealand yen. I like the look of this trade. Congratulations if you trade it to the downside. Now we see that the long-term trend is higher and it's now hitting major support areas. This dictates that it could possibly break in the next few days. And as you can see, there's a trend line here drawn, but it needs to clearly break that, doesn't it? Otherwise, it's just going to drift down to this support line here. So we'd have to watch this once a day. All our analysis just takes a few minutes a day, that's all. Once it breaks down, our target's going to be 94.50, a big move. Similar for the pound yen, isn't it? You can see that this is drifting at the moment. We've got a fresh buy signal, which is fantastic on the Advanced Pro charts. Not all the buys are in yet, but as you can see, it's not actually going to take long for this to move. Okay? Now, as I mentioned earlier, the yen futures contracts could bounce higher. If they do, then all the yens are going down. So anything I'm saying now could be the reverse in the next few days. So while I do expect eventually the price to break up to this, the yen futures needs to sort itself out. And our target's going to be 195.85. From a few months ago, we predicted that price, and that's a 78% chance of being hit. How quickly? Nobody knows. Euro yen looks promising, holding on to market structure, long-term upward trend, as you can see, drifting really, broken this resistance area, so that is more interesting. Do we have all the buys in? We have all the buys in coming in on Friday, but I just need confirmation that this is going long. This is red hot. This could go long quite easily. Now, if it's not a yen story, it could be a euro story, where euro is going to drive this higher to 167.23. Your trailing stop initially is 162.72, but not confirmed yet. I'll let you know on Monday. On to the Swiss franc. No longer parabolic, by the way. The pound Swiss, this is, as we can see, it's reached a top level. It's going to go to 115.83. Not that the buys, this is not parabolic now, as you can see. They've got some sellers coming in and the MACD is down. So this could be drifting, but it's holding on to market structure. which is interesting, but we need to see the price move into this area really. So once it moves into this area, then we could see this go to 11583. Almost tradable. One thing that is tradable is and trending is the New Zealand Swiss. This is this is completely sideways. But as we can see, we've got the buys in. The MACD is confirmed. We've got support at 53.74. We have a target of 56.12. So this is a nice one. It needs to wake up a little bit, but nonetheless, it achieves all our rules. Okay, on to the pound Canadian now. I'll get puffed out. So as we can see, what we've got here, this is not tradable. This is an amber. This is an amber. Okay, so we see the price now moving up to this resistance area. So this could be tradable quite quickly to the downside because it's in that channel. Can you see that? So we can see that we've got a channel here. We've got a channel here. And we've got this going up to here. It should happen like this. So our target is 169.60. Not tradable yet, but I think it could be on Monday. Parabolic to the downside is pound Aussie. Posted this in the Forex signal group and heading for 186. 186. It's a nice round number, isn't it? So, but the long-term trend is up, as you can see. So there could be some support for this price at this point. I think looking at the trend lines, if you look at the trend lines, nothing's going up. Only this one here is probably sideways. There's nothing to hold the support on this price except the long-term trend. So just don't worry about that. We'll be trailing this on the daily. A trailing stop is 194.50, target 186.00. Euro Aussie is doing the same thing. Don't trade both. Stop is 166.32. We have slightly narrower stops during the week, guys. If you're not a VIP member, I do the 4-hour chart and I do the trailing stop, so you can actually get a closer trailing stop every day just to help you out. This makes it a little bit easier. And 163.58 is the target, this convergence area and this support line. It looks like a great fun place for it to go. It's going to act like a bit of a magnet, that is. Aussie New Zealand. Wow, what can I say about these charts? They're amazing, aren't they? This is just blown out the water, hasn't it? I think that's way over 300 pips there in the last couple of weeks. It's hit our target of 109.42. Congratulations, members, if you traded it. And we have another target of 110.50. So that's a previous high from probably a couple of years ago. And your trailing stop now is 108.96. You can see that there. Are all the buyers in? Pretty much all the buyers are in. It may hesitate at this point because it's hit our target, which was a previous high 109.42. So it may have a little bit of a correction. But nonetheless, looks good to 110.50. That's it for the analysis. So my favourite trade, and I'm going closer to the market to help you out and show you a little bit of what we do. So Euro Aussie to the downside, trading now. Pound Aussie to the downside, trading now. New Zealand Swiss to the upside, trading now. Gold, definitely, trading now. Silver, definitely upward. Oil, upward to $88. FTSE 100. So they're my favourite trades. Let's go into the hourly chart. I think you're going to like this. And this is one of the ways that and techniques you can use using the parabolic trends. Once you know what the parabolic trends are, and by the way, you should know what the parabolic trends are, what the trends are, before you even wake up, before you even start your charts. It's a no-brainer. I'm not going through the charts every morning to think, well, what am I going to trade? I know which ones I'm going to trade before I wake up, or as I wake up, if you know what I mean. I also know my lot size. So it's a no-brainer. I don't need to calculate my lot size. I know what lot size I'm using. It's fixed. So this is the hourly chart, and we have a channel. New Zealand Swiss is one of our favourite trades, and as you can see, there's a trade setting up. And we had a trade back here, still live, by the way. So let me go over the tools for you to help you. So this is simple, very simple. 1 hour chart. We've got the CCI, Commodity Challenge Index, and a channel here. The channel tells us where we're buying low, where we're buying or selling high. So you don't want to be buying here. You want to be buying here. Okay. Now you can wait for the trend line to break if you want, but all I do is look for this combination. But this is not low enough because it's not hitting the bottom of this line here. However, this is, let me change that color. How do I change the color? Don't know. This is better one. Okay, and so this is going to do this. Let's have a look at gold. Let's have a look at a few just for a bit of fun. Here, so you can see there. That's not valid because that's right in the middle. And you can easily grab, do a 50 pip stop and a 100 pip target. 2 to 1, make sure you're 2 to 1 on everything you do, by the way. Don't forget, 2 to 1 is the only way to trade. There's another one there on silver. What else? Pound Aussie. You can see the pound Aussie moving down into the massive parabolic trend. As it moves up, you can go here, go here, go here, go here. So a fantastic way to trade. Very high probability of hitting profits. Very low risk. And if you've got your money management correct, then you should have a lot of fun. Make sure it's 2 to 1 because otherwise you'll never make any money. Have a great weekend.